do integrated farming. Okra, watermelon, even huckleberry. And also have small piggery, have a rabbitry, have small ruminants. I am not standing fixed. Maize is seasonal. That is always during raining period that you work. But during off season, you sell the maize that you work from March. Then you put in the inland cropping. From the inland cropping, you take it to the animal. From the animal, all the income like that, passing before you come back to maize on March.
When they start falling, as these ones, it means dry season is approaching. It helps us to plant for our farming. Because when all these flowers are not there again, yes, a good farmer must make sure that he or she is preparing her farm for the next season.
Okay. How we can measure our farms to know what we are putting in, how it is costing, and if at all we are benefiting anything.
This farm measurement document, it will be very instrumental. With the children along into the farms, the farmers now will be able to use this format to measure their farms. And this one will give them a good chance to calculate their inputs.
When the farm is measured, you will know whatever thing you are going to do.
If we apply our input on time, as we are trained, end of the day you come and say, no, this was not well done.
The other training that we did with them is we talked about land preparation, planting, we even talked about seed selection and things like that.
I put them in a furrow so that it will enrich the soil. It's manure. Okay. We use a hoe in covering it like this. Make sure all the grass you cover it.
Okay.
So that to make the farm look good. Then our next rainy season I will plant. I will plant corn, plant groundnut.
Your lines should be 80 centimeters apart, and then your maize should be 25 meters. So now it's easier.
Time that they were planting corn, I planted corn with beans, but not together. I plant maize at your own place. Then I plant groundnut. Then I plant beans by the corner of the maize.
They should practice the system of second cycle maize, so that we should have more maize. You can plant and still have the beans in between. Yeah. That's what I did. Just pop some of the beans inside.
So we looked at the advantages and disadvantages of chemical and manual weeding.
When you weed your grass in time, you have a very nice farm.
In the field, we have a lot of stubborn weed. We use a lot of herbicides to maintain the farm.
They didn't know exactly what kind of fertilizer to apply first and which one to apply afterwards. So we talked about it and explained to them why it is necessary to apply one kind of fertilizer at the early stage of the growth of the maize and another kind later on.
When we plant the maize, time we apply the fertilizer, when the maize is growing green, then I'll be happy. Then it will grow and you will be looking the maize very nice. Then you will have a very nice farm.
Specific fertilizer for maize. Before we used to have 1.5 tons per hectare, but today we can make up to 3 to 5 tons per hectare.
With this maize like this, if the maize is not fertilized, how can you find a grain like this? It's very difficult because we are facing the problem of pesticide management, all those type of things. So we don't know where we can really get the right product in order to keep our product the way we want.
We went further to talk about how to protect their crops from diseases and pests.
If you don't mix crop like this, because what I'm facing here now, the tomatoes is always giving me a failure. Because all the effort I'm putting in tomatoes, at the end of the day, maybe I will not have the real input. Now with the okra, the maize, and the watermelon, they will subsidize. This is how I produce my seeds for the next planting season.
Okay.
Because now there's no cross-pollination.
Okay.
That's why you see inside it, I've spotted everywhere. You know that everything I will harvest here is for seeds.
We talked about harvesting, the best time to harvest and how to handle your products when you harvest.
The law will not that the maize should be over dry in the farm. When it go up to then open out. That is why when rain fall, it quickly enter in the corn. And that is why it rotten in the farm.
When they cultivate, they have the good yield. They reserve the maize in the farm that they harvest after another 4 months when it was dry. Then by doing so, weevils have already condemned them formally now. Yes. But now with the training we are getting from SMV and RDC, is improvable. They are improving.
All this rain, it has soiled the corn, and look at the one that we just brought from the farm. This is a lot of post-harvest losses.
To train them on post-harvest handling, how to prepare their maize for storage, the various ways of preserving maize. So it's not just about storage, but protecting the maize in store.
Yes. Then when we harvest it, we select it 3 sets. The smallest one, the middle one, then the largest one. We put it. Then dry it very well. After a few days, then when you want to put the other maize, you ship it. We don't, then we not to pack it. Not to pack the maize on top of the other.
Yeah. We don't train how we put up for bounce, we put medicine. Yeah. We put medicine, so we will then not for the chop. Okay. Then it can stay for 1 year.
Okay. We went further to talk about stock management. You know, many farmers here harvest their maize, they just carry to the storage structure and they put there and then begin to remove from there in bits. But during the training, we sensitize them to realize they need to know how much maize they have and then plan how they're going to use that maize.
When you are cultivating a product, we don't know where to sell and how to look for the market, it is a problem.
And sometimes some of them sell all their maize when the price is extremely low. So we also told them that it's possible for them to plan and sell when prices are better.
Collective sales, in fact, it will give them better money than farmer.
We should take maize cultivation as a business.
I collect from the farm and bring into the shop, from the shop back to the farm. When I'm short of money, I go straight to a small microfinance and I'm there, I go in for loan in order to boost the activities. There are so many revolutions coming in terms of agriculture. When we go into our workshops and we come back, we bring out what the product from the workshop. Some will take and some will not take. So eventually it's a matter of gradualness.
Hey, woman, na otinga sheri wanda.